Evening, everyone.
Woo! Raise up again!
Settle down in the corner. Alright. Alright, well, thanks everyone for coming. I'm your sit-down comedian for the night. I would do stand-up, but I can't really do that. And I've already forgotten where I'm up to. Yeah, good to see I'm getting a few laughs. That's a good thing. For those of you who didn't laugh, just remember you are going to hell if you don't laugh at the kid in the wheelchair. Jeez. And this is obviously my first show, so I am a bit nervous. But if you do see my legs shaking, please let me know. It would be great to see them move again. So, as some of you may know, I wasn't actually born in a wheelchair. I was actually born in a hospital. The dads out there love that one. Anyway, no, I actually crashed a car into a tree in July last year. And, you know, a bit of a shocking story, whatever. Funny side. I crashed a Hilux. And if anyone knows the catchphrase for a Hilux, piss off. No, so, it bent like a taco, so it's not that unbreakable, is it? Yes. Well, obviously going through the hospital system, it's an adventure, trust me. I did it twice, both times leaving a wheelchair. You'd think I'd learn something. But no, well, I'm just going to grab this deal right here, thank you. So, the nurses in hospital, they make or break your stay, 100%. And mainly it's just because they have some cracking stories. Mainly something about getting, you know, something stuck where the sun doesn't shine, which isn't the greatest. You can't really joke about that. Thanks, Robin. Yeah, you can't really joke about that. You have to see the x-rays. But how someone could fall over in the shower and get a shampoo bottle stuck up there makes no sense. But then there's the prac students that are just you know, breaking into the nurse world, and they haven't figured out that they're in a spinal ward yet. And it's just the little things that start, you know, like when you go and get a needle into my leg and they go, just a little prick. You know, sometimes I humour them and give them a funny face. You know, oh, that was good. Other times, I break into tears and tell them I can't feel a thing. Oh, I was a little shit, trust me, still am. But rightfully so when someone asks a paraplegic to move their legs in the shower. But there's got to be some positives. Surely there's some positives throughout this whole story. But you think, the parking. You know, you get to park a bit closer in the wide spots, even though I'm still a shit parker. But have you ever seen an empty disabled parking spot? Yeah, neither have I. It's shocking. And then there's, you know, a few more, you know. I never feel the pain of kicking my toes again. You know. And never feel the pain of stepping on a Lego. So we all know how painful that shit is. Whew. It's the one thing under childbirth, I reckon. Stepping on a Lego. But, yeah. Coopers, what a lovely beer. Thanks for sponsoring us. And look, decisions. Decisions are hard, you know. I'm a teenager. I don't really have to make that many decisions. But being fresh to 18, there's always the decision of my first tattoo. And obviously, I can't feel my legs, so I'm thinking full sleeves on both legs. Mum isn't such a fan, but my friends are keen to play noughts and crosses with a tattoo gun. But a mate of mine came up with a really good idea for a tattoo. And a tramp stamp, of all things, a tramp stamp. If you can read this, find my wheelchair. I'll be lost without this, can't drop that. More decisions. So, shoe shopping. It's a whole new ball game. It's a major commitment, because I'm never going to wear those bastards out. Because you know what they say, never trust a man in a wheelchair with dirty shoes. Whoa, that was quick, far out. what happens when I waffle too much.
Go and turn your shirt. There'll be another act.
I don't think I'd get another wheelchair that quickly. But I'll tell you the story, seeing as I only have a couple seconds left. I might push it a little bit. Jess might get cranky, but that's alright. I'll tell you the story about how the child that cured my paraplegia. So I go to school over the road, and I was up in the library talking to mates about how I couldn't feel my legs. And the kid decides to pipe up and he says, "If you can't feel your legs, why don't you just walk? It's not like they're going to hurt." I mean, far out, this kid's a genius. So what did I do? I tried to stand up, hit the floor with a thud, and he went white as a ghost. But anyway, thanks for laughing at me. That's nice. A bit of an ego boost. I'm not done yet. Come on, chill out. And look, sorry for any swearing out there. My mother did raise me better. But if Led Zeppelin was right and there is a stairway to heaven, I'm fucked anyway.